Hey guys, I'd like to start off this video by telling you this is going to be sponsored by Trey's Gorilla Gang. No one's sponsored this video. You silly chickens, you silly chickens. Check out this cool stuff we got. You want to check that out? There's a link in the description box down below. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades. We get technical analysis in different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. Today, my friends, we're going to give you guys an update on ticker symbol AGTC up here in the top left for you. Applied Genetic Technologies Corporation. Man, this company is a gift that just keeps on giving. We're cooking with Crisco every day with this thing. Man, I tell you what, the market has been so red yesterday, and it looks like it might be red again here today, but this thing has been absolutely just blasting off. It has got some beautiful, beautiful things that is rocking for it right now. So we're going to get into the why should you care, the fundamentals of the company, things that I think could really project this thing forward, some news catalysts that we have coming up, right? Some analyst reviews, price targets, the whole 9 yards, and then get into the meat potatoes, which is the charting setup. So we're going to look at the 1 month chart as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart to get both the macroscopic and microscopic perspective of the overall price action. I've got a couple different indicators pulled up. The RSI down here, which is the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. This gives you an idea of both bullish and bearish momentum on a stock. And then we got the 200 EMA and the 15-day MA. The 200 EMA is the exponential moving average. This is a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period. And then we've got the 15-day MA, which is a moving average. Some brokerage accounts call this the SMA, the simple moving average. They're one and the same. This is a price action based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, which gives us a microscopic perspective of overall price action. We use these side by side so we can predict upcoming breakouts and breakdowns, get the best possible entry points and exits on our stock and positions. So we'll look at that. We're going to look at the best possible entry point, both bullish and bearish patterns that we're seeing here on the charts, right? So we've got quite a bit to talk about here today. Let's get into the video. So what is the company? What is the why? Why should you care? Applied Genetic Technologies Corporation is a clinical stage biotechnology company. The company develops gene therapy products designed to manage the lives of patients with severe diseases in ophthalmology. As of March 31st, 2016, its product candidates included treatments for X-linked retinochisis over 2 forms of achromatopsia and X-linked retinitis pigmentosa. As of March 31st, 2016, the company was engaged in developing 3 discovery programs, targeting 3 indications based on its adeno-associated virus vector technologies. XLRSS is an inherited retinal degenerative disease caused by mutations in the retinochisis 1 gene. Achromatopsia is an inherited condition that is associated with visual acuity loss, extreme light sensitivity resulting in daytime blindness, and reduced or complete loss of color discrimination. Achromatopsia is caused by mutations in any of several genes. That is what's fascinating, the mutations in any of several genes, and we're going to get into why. The company is also developing alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, or alpha-1. And I do want to show you guys that I do have a position in this company, just to be completely transparent. I do have what would be 4 call options at the expiration of 19 March 21 at a strike price of $7.50. I'm going to be pointing out a video today on options, the simple rundown on options. I'm not going to get into all the thetas and the Greek language and terminology, but I'm going to show you what I look for in options plays to guarantee that we're not screwing ourselves too bad. So with that being said, we know what the company does. I'm going to show you guys the website here really quick and give you guys an idea of what these guys do to a better extent. So they're developing groundbreaking gene therapies for patients with rare diseases. In some ways, they're similar to what BNGO does. Of course, they're not the same company. BNGO has the Sapphire system. They're focusing on genome sequencing, essentially. But these guys are very similar in the sense that they are focusing on the gene therapies for patients with rare diseases. They're trying to get into the genetic coding of what causes these specifically eye disorders, such as that the retinochisis, right, or the pigmentosa, etc. They've got some different pipeline products in the works. 6 off the top of my head that I know of, right? So you've got the XLRP, 2 different variants of the ACHM, optogenetics, DFNB1, and dry AMD. These bottom 2 are just proof of concept, so they're just being submitted, right? They're looking for that IND submission. Then the next milestone here is going to be clinical data, clinical data, clinical data, clinical data. So we've got quite a few different products here that could act as future catalysts. And it's good to see that this company is working on many different products to really focus on that genetic sequencing or the genome sequencing so they can really focus on what is causing this genetic blindness with this company. So that's very interesting. And it hits home a little bit for me. I did have something called bilateral anterior uveitis. So I'll just show you what this looks like. Essentially, it was a disorder that would cause inflammation on the back of my my optic nerve, and it would cause extreme pain. So you can see here, it would make the eye, all the blood vessels really pinch down really hard, and it would cause this blindness, daytime blindness specifically, as was mentioned in the article here and on the website. And it would ooze all the time. I'd get water dripping out of there. I couldn't see anything. I had some really bad vision, right? So if they could have, gotten down to the genome sequencing, the mutation that caused this, right? Because I still have it flare up on and off. It's something that never goes away, right? My right eye, I still honestly can't see that well to begin with, but that's really cool, because if this product does do something like that, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be contacting AGTC. I'm going to say, hey, look, fix up my freaking eyes because I can really use it. I'll tell you that right now. So that's very interesting. I love to see these different products that they are offering, right? And we've got a couple different upcoming known news catalysts that are going to help push the stock forward. But first, we want to touch on some things that they've already done that, to me, justify the fact that the stock has been growing. So we can see here, they were awarded first place in the Bioprocess International Reader's Choice Awards Cell and Gene Therapies category. So if we just click on this really quick, we can just take a quick rundown on that. This is posted on February 4th. AGTC, Applied Genetic Technology, a biotech company focused on developing adeno-associated virus-based gene therapies, announced that Sue Washer, President and Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and Dave Knopp, Vice President of Process Development, have been awarded first place in the Bioprocess International BPI Magazine inaugural Reader's Choice Awards Program Cell and Gene Therapies category for their article, Viral Vector Gene Therapies, Harnessing Their Potential Through Scalable, Reproducible Manufacturing Processes. So that's very interesting stuff, my friends. You definitely want to pay attention to some of the accolades that companies are acquiring, right? And that is definitely one of them. So we're going to come back here to recent news and just take a look at everything else that they've got going on. They had a public offering a little ways back, which does, raise revenue. It gives them capital that they can sitting on cash to help fuel these pipeline products that they're working on is a good thing. In the short term, it usually ends up altering the stock price. If we go back to January 28th, I'd be willing to bet you money that it dropped off a little bit. And we did, in fact, see that. Direct offerings usually in the short term do drop off a stock. Saw a little bit of consolidation, and then it was back off to the races. So that's an opportunity for you to buy into a stock, right? And it's a good confirmation long term that a company is going to continue to grow. So I like to see that quite a bit. We also have, if we come over here to events and presentations, 2 upcoming presentations and events that are on the radar as of now. So right now what we have is February 18th, the OIS Gene Therapy Innovation Showcase. You can watch this event if you do register. You can find this on their website. Just click on register for event. But this is a known news catalyst that we have today, which could draw the price to some higher highs, right? So that's very exciting. And then beyond that, we've got this. On February 22nd to 24th, we've got the 4th annual Gene Therapy for Rare Disorders digital event. And they're going to be participating in this for all those days. So Monday, February 22nd to Monday, February 22nd and Wednesday, February 24th. So these 2 days out of the 3, right, we do know that they are going to be participating. That could also act as a positive news catalyst, right, where you could see some more price action drop, keep running up on this stock. My friends, my family, we presented this play to you back before anybody was talking about it. I'm just starting now to see some YouTubers talk about AGTC, and it's very exciting to me because we beat the hype. That is what I love doing on this channel, my friends, predicting where these stocks are going to pop, and we are doing that right now with AGTC. So that is absolutely beautiful. One thing that I want to debunk, we're going to come back to this article. I am really confused by modern readers because this is a little bit misleading, and I don't like reading stupid articles, and to me this is a little bit of a stupid article, and I'm going to show you why I think this is not relevant. But anyways, let's just take a quick peek here. Stock traders buy high volume of put options on Applied Genetic Technologies, AGTC. This is a given. Whenever a stock starts getting more attention, you're going to see an increase in options, but they pick and choose what they talked about, which I don't like. So we're going to point this out. AGTC was the target of some unusual options trading on Tuesday. Stock traders purchased 1,015 put options on the stock. This represents an increase of 1,253% compared to the average daily volume of 75 put options. This is at least something good that they are talking about. Analysts recently issued reports on AGTC. Roth Capital boosted their price from $30 to $35, gave the company a buy rating. You've got Berenberg Bank restated a buy rating and issued an $11 price target on shares of AGTC. And we had one company that dropped it down to a sell rating as of January 22nd. H.C. Wainwright gave it a $24 price target on Tuesday, February 2nd. And then the current average price target is about $16.04 as of now. And the reason I think this is a bunch of garbage, a bunch of stupid news, is if we come over here to the options, right, and look at the calls and the puts, this is a little bit misleading. So it might be true. It might be true that the increase is there, right? If we look at the open interest, we see there's a put for 1,320 shares at $5. We've got a put over here on 19 March for 1,400 shares, or 1,400 contracts, I should say, right? But look at the calls. Look at the calls. Why do they not talk about the calls, huh? Tell me why they didn't talk about the calls, fam. That's a bunch of garbage. Look at this. 19 February, there are people that think this is going to be over $7.5. We got 4,800 contracts here. 3,200 contracts on the $5 strike. We've got 2,500 contracts on the $10 strike. On 19 March, we've got 3,800 on the 7.5, 5,300 on the 10, right? So there's a lot of open interest in these calls, right? This is like way outweighing the puts. And if they're going to talk about the puts interest going up, they also need to talk about the calls interest going up as well. So that's misleading. I want to debunk any sort of stupid news that I see out there on the internet, and that to me was some stupid news. So take that for what it is. That is just one weeb's personal opinion, and that is what I've got here for the fundamentals and the upcoming news catalysts on the company. So with that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes, the chart setup. What are we looking at? Well, we just take a quick peek at AGTC. We do see they've been on an absolute rampage lately. They've got this nice, beautiful ascending channel right here. Actually, I'm just going to clear this off to give you guys, a fresh start, but we've got a nice moving ascending level of support. We always look for at least 3 touch points. We do, in fact, have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this is going to act as a nice level of support if it does end up selling off here sometime in the regular market hours. We do have a pretty red day so far in the pre-market across the board. It does seem like it's going to be another red day in the market. However, AGTC is still holding up pretty decently well. They're down just a bit, down about negative 0.12% right now. And I think that shows a lot of strength considering when you look at some other really strong plays, such as Microvision, which is down 6% so far in the pre-market. AMC, take that with a grain of salt. We've got Tesla also down. Exxon down, right? A lot of these are red right now. So that is a sign of strength to me that they're not red too bad right now. But if they do end up coming back, right, I think it's going to end up moving forward with that upcoming known news catalyst. And if it doesn't move forward with today's news catalyst, we do know we have Monday and Wednesday next week with upcoming known news catalysts that should drive the overall price action. So good entry point. We've got 2 different scenarios here. If it ends up holding over this level of support right here at about $8.15, you see a nice bounce off of that. $8.15 is going to be a good entry point for you to either increase your position in the stock or take a position in the stock, right? So that is a potential right there. If it breaks below that, we've got 2 different levels of support that we'd be looking at. We've got one right about here, which would be about $7.87, which you saw this nice candle wick drop off of. Or B, we've got this ascending level of support, which is about $7.19. And that is going to be a beautiful entry point for you to get into this company if you're looking for the opportunity to do so. We got us into this stock quite a ways back. We saw this nasty George W right here. I've got those 4 call options, like I said. If you're interested in the call options, be very careful with options. They are risky. You're basically betting on a stock going in the direction which you think it is going to go. I only play options on plays that I have the utmost conviction in, which I know they have upcoming known news catalysts, right? Which is the case with AGTC. So I purchased call options for the 7.5 strike, 19 March 21. As of now, it's going to cost you about $2.40 a contract or per share, which would come out to $240 per contract. So take that for what it is. I paid about $1 per share before, which would be about $100 a contract. So they are increasing in value. They're going to be more expensive. If you want to play them a little farther out, you can definitely do that. And you can see here it's going to cost you just a little bit more to pay for that extra insurance, essentially. I am thinking that I'm going to be buying more contracts moving forward. I'm thinking about the $10 strike, which would be this $235, which is what you'd be paying per share. So about $235 per contract. Take that for what it is, but that is my game plan with that. So I think this is a great long-term stock. I am planning on establishing an actual position in the company as well as having these option contract deals, these call plays, right? So I have about $10,000 of dry powder laying around right now, and I'm thinking I'm going to dump about 1 to 2K into AGTC because I feel pretty comfortable with what this company is doing, and I think they've got some great long-term potential. So that is how this chart is looking right now. We've got the 15 MA trading over the 200 MA looking very bullish. RSI is at 50, which is a pretty solid neutral opportunity to buy into the company if you are looking to do that. If you want to wait off a little bit longer, you can do that as well. It's just going to take a little bit of patience. So that is possible. It might drop back down to that $7.86 range. That is going to be the perfect opportunity for you to buy into this company, in my personal opinion. And if it drops below that, my friends, I don't find this as likely, but if it does, you're going to have that ascending level of support, and you could see it hit about $7.20, which is an absolute slam dunk opportunity to get into this stock for very cheap. I don't think you're going to see that opportunity, but if you do, it did it yesterday. It might happen again today. Scoop that up. That is a great opportunity to ride this for a great mid to long term position or a good swing because we know we have those upcoming known news catalysts. So, gonna change over here to the 1-day chart for any last minute things that we can see. In the pre-market so far, we had a nice run up to about $9.30 as the pre-market high, and then we have dropped back down to about $7.88. It was very oversold here on the RSI. We got the 15 MA trading underneath the 200 EMA, so currently in some bearish territory, but we do see that there has been a little bit of buying pressure so far here in the pre-market. If we get some volume to step back into this, I do think it's going to present some solid opportunities for us today. That is what we're looking at right now. Yesterday's price action, as I had mentioned, we saw a pretty harsh sell-off. It was a very red day in the market. We got that bump up to about $9.66. Stuck in a pretty harsh downward moving channel, ended up breaking that with a wide range candle right here, broke above, and then just consolidated basically for the remaining part of the day. So that is what I have for the video today, my friends. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. This is version 4 for the desktop. Absolutely great platform that allows you to start trading at 4 a.m. in the pre-market. If you use my link, you get 2 free stocks. So it's a $100 deposit. I receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel, my friends. And if you're not interested, that is totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.